Good morning, you guys. Okay, so we're doing a video today on who is watching you. I did a pre-layout. Of course, all my cards were shuffled and cleansed. And this layout came out so clear and so precise. It is definitely meant for either a certain person or a certain group of people, okay? So you'll see the photo at the beginning of this video. Please don't make anything fit if it does not resonate with you. Um, so I'm actually really excited to share this message because of how these cards came out. Um, they came out in unison with each other, which was kind of cool to watch. Okay, so there's 3 spreads, 1, 2, and then 3, and I'll move the camera when I get over here. So this first one is going to be about your relationships here, okay? This second one is going to be a group of people or an organization, and then this third one is for yourself. So here you have excuse me, it's the other way around. This is the group, the organization, this is the relationships, and this is yourself. Okay, so this group and this organization are extremely interested in you because of the amount of loyalty that you show when you are committed to things, okay? You haven't cracked, you haven't folded, you haven't outed anyone. You're handling what it is they're doing to you on a personal level by yourself. Here, this says you need to trust that you are actually safe and secure. The divine is protecting you right now. And I want you to pay attention to the number sequences. So we have 31. You could have been 31 years old when this all started to begin. The 3 and the 1 here equal the 4 for this card, which is cool. And then the 3 and the 4 equal 7, right? And over here in your pile, you have drawn the 7 plus the 7 of the Gabriel here. So the angel message says, stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, claim your personal power. So don't allow this group or organization to really get a hold of you or your mindset and knock down all the progress that you've made so far. Um, you've done a really good job at staying stable, safe, and um, doing your investigation work without obviously losing your life or um, looking unstable. Okay, for the Celtic card here, I gotta pull the definition on this. Um, this is going to be the energy that this organization looks at you in. Okay, so they're looking at you as the fox. And this says here, the fox has profound knowledge of the spirit world as well as the natural world. They hunt for spiritual sustenance, as much as their physical needs. Fox folk are clever and humorous and never frivolous. Do not underestimate the seriousness of the fox. Their power is focused and their mind will hit the target every time. So your intuition is spot on, and you're very logical. You know what you're doing. Here, the message from Divine says, be careful trying to know all of their secrets. Don't open up Pandora's box. They finally have it locked up. So there are people that are walking away from this organization, and with them walking away, some of those secrets are going with them. And Divine is saying not to indulge so much into the secrets right now. Um, and trying to have all of the knowledge at once, because there will be a time when that box will be handed to you for you to then start investigating. It says change. You change anyone it isn't your will to change. It says you can't change anyone. It's not your will to change. You only change you and what you do. This is a message for you as well as this group. This group is impeding on your will, your free will, and your daily life, your mindset, all of that. Which is something that they don't have the authority to do. And then for you, all your job is to do is to share the knowledge. What people do with it is what they do with it. You can't force them to do anything. You can't force these people to change or come clean. Okay? You just need to put it out there and let divine handle it. Here we have the Ace of Pentagrams. So these are devil worshippers, Satan conjurers. They most likely do not uh, do anything that involves the divine's work. A lot of them are going to be older people, older than you, and there's a certain smell to them that you've probably noticed and commented on, which is why that card came out specific like that. This says Two of Swords, stalemate, truce, painful choices, denial, blindness, and avoidance. So there is a past relationship partner who has gotten involved with these people. Okay, and this person feels tricked. They feel like they were blinded when they got into this, and they're realizing that it's creating painful choices as a result. But that's no excuse, okay? So don't go feeling sorry for them and trying to make things better. That is why it says be careful trying to open up Pandora's box and you can't change anyone. Here we have conflict, avoidance, harmony, peace, release of tension and conflict, and cooperation and agreement. So these people, they stirred up all these problems in your life. They created a mass amount of conflict for you, probably dismantled what you had built, and you're probably in a situation of having to rebuild. These people are now seeing the amount of power that you have, the protection that you have, and may potentially be coming in to call a truce or wanting to make an agreement with you. Don't do it. Says there's an older female who runs her mouth and throws daggers. That is a part of this group that you need to watch out for. This card says there's a change that happened, leaving you uncertain. The Most High says stay calm and keep the faith, because it is all going to work out for you in the end. This is warning: an unexpected loss is coming. Be aware of an accident, theft, finances. Make sure you pay attention to the lessons in what is happening, because even though this is being done to you by these guys, there's still a lesson in it for you to learn so that you know how to handle future situations. This says wars and battles. So you are definitely fighting with these guys back and forth. You've experienced some losses, but ultimately you are going to win the battle here, okay? Their ultimate goal is to affect your mental health. They want you to look like you are completely unreliable, unstable, insane, okay? And then here for the overall entity that they're working with, that brings people in, makes it look appealing, is going to be for us. And it says teaches logic, ethic, and the value of herbs and stones, can make one invisible, and helps one to be intelligent and long lived. So these people's ultimate power is to have like immortal life, which is probably why it says older people. and they're going for younger people. They're looking for that essence, that life essence to take. It says can recover lost items and find treasures. So these people probably do things like steal from you without your knowledge, and then come as if they are someone who found it, and this is how they get in contact with you or become part of your life. Or they intrigue you by coming with treasures, things that they know you're gonna want. So for the relationships that you experience here, we have purity. So there is something about your soul, your spirit, the way that you think and you do things, that it has a purity to it. Okay, there's pure intentions behind the things that you do. They are banking on the romance factor. They could possibly be aware that you are a romantic, so they are sending in partners that could be good at tantra, and are able to perform these sacrifices or these rituals with magic through sex. What is cool here is, again, like here you had the 31, the 3 plus 1 is 4, you had the 4 card, and then the 3 and the 4 equals 7, you pulled the 7. Here it almost did the same thing. You have the 23. Okay, so 23 could have been the age when these types of acts took place on you, or your solar plexus really became lit up. Then you have the 2 plus 3 from the 23 that equals 5, and you get the 5 of Ariel. It says you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So here we talked about the mental health, right? Really trying to get in your head and scramble your noodle up. Well, here, this is acknowledgement of that. You need to really make sure that you stay grounded and you take control of your own thoughts, and you don't allow the actions that they're taking on you to come through and fulfill a prophecy that they're betting on. Here, again, you have 5, right, for the Celtic card. So Divine is letting you know that there's going to be a change in regards to your partners and the types of relationships that have been coming your way. You're not going to have to experience this any longer. So with the cow, it says the cow is strong, loving, and thoughtful. The cow represents nourishment and abundant, good fortune. For all their strength and size, the cow is gentle and calm. The folk are cooperative for the most part, but if moodiness overtakes them, stubbornness will surely follow. You cannot push the cow if she does not want to move. So, Divine is saying that you're somebody that has been instilled with this nurturing and powerful love, right, within you. And because of that willpower and that determination, it brings good fortune. But at the same time, you have a threshold that Divine has set for you, and when that threshold happens, you start to turn into the bull, and you cut it off. You start dismantling whatever it is that they've been trying to take from you. Here it says it's not the right time yet. So letting you know that the change is coming, but it's not happening right now, not just yet. Divine is also acknowledging he knows you're tired of being preyed on by the men who don't want commitments. They just want the money and the sex and the right to say that they had that. Okay, he's understanding of that, but he still needs a little bit more patience from you. Here, just like this for the older people, showing that they're part of the satanic group, this is showing that yes, this is about men coming into your life, and these men are flying snakes. Okay, And with these flying snakes, they have self-imposed prisons of thoughts that they put onto you, that they trap you in. They do limiting of positivity and flood you with the negative thoughts. They make you a victim mentally, and they trap you in hopelessness. They're hoping to turn your power from the purity and the abundant manifester into the power of being the victim. Here it says coldness, emptiness, emotional loss, feeling unloved. This is the true goal that they're wanting to get you into, that energy, so that you are more easily manipulated. You could be experiencing telepathy. So these could be thoughts that are not yours, happening, coming through, that you're not aware of. These imposed thoughts could be to purposely put you into a negative mind frame. This says messenger of bad news. This is a man, an unfaithful assistant. Could be an employee, somebody you worked with, or a friend of an employee or whatever. They want to go. They're the type of person that's going to come and go. And whatever it is you do offer, they're going to take more of. Okay. So it's like when you give an inch, they take a mile. And the whole thing is to leave you at the end of the day with absolutely nothing. And these are people that are completely untrustworthy. Here it says it's time to think before you act. There's a secret change coming in, and the wrong move could drastically affect your entire future here when it comes to relationships. Okay, so make sure that the people you're dealing with, you stop, you think, and take your time. Okay, don't let anyone pressure you to hurry up. Again, this is confirming this is love life problems that you're facing, okay? And here, the entity or demon that they're working with is makes one wise, teaches everything, can turn any meal into gold, and transmutes water into wine. So these are magicians, okay? They're bringing you a bag of shit, but because they have been able to woo you from the second you met them, when they bring you this bag of shit, they make it look like it's a bag of gold, okay? And you don't find out until after you've come out of the illusion. The whole goal is for these people to possess you and to steal from you. So, fraud. Okay, and now we're going to go to this side. So I'm going to move you over a little bit. So here you are somebody who has the power to create your own enthusiasm, okay? You are very much in control of your own emotions. You're able to control your thoughts. And because you can create that enthusiasm, it makes you a really great manifester, because it means you can produce your own positivity without needing other people to help you. And Divine says he needs you to be enthusiastic, because when all of this is done and said for, the life that he is going to be giving you is something to be enthusiastic over. Here we have the 9, which is peace. Now over here you had 5, right? So 5 and 5 would technically be 9. But the cycle's not done yet. So you're not making it to 10. You're sitting right at 9. You're almost there. This is saying that Divine is going to be bringing you peace, because you have held on to your loyalty, your purity. You are somebody that Divine is looking at as sacred, okay? And he is going to grant you that peace. So here we're coming up with the 5 of Gabriel. So again, you're still in that 5. So he's letting you know that that change is going to happen. It says a challenge you can resolve, withdraw from drama of others, and have patience with yourself and those around you. So again, the withdraw from drama of others, that's do not open up Pandora's box anymore. Don't get into other people's problems. Don't, don't talk about other people's problems with them. Give a little speech about some knowledge of how they can maybe solve it and keep it pushing. With the have patience with yourself, with you and those around you, that comes down to this side right here where it says take your time. There's going to be a change coming, right? And that is the 5, where you need to take your time and really think these things out. So again, we have the 7. Remember, the 4 and the 3 was 7. Well, your 7 is coming back through again. We have Ren, and Ren Ren stands for endurance and valiant spirit. It says Ren knows how to weather the storm. They remain calm in tempestuous times and cool under pressure. The Ren folk are active, sociable, and kind to others. They willingly sacrifice their own needs. And that could be something that Divine has noticed. You have sacrificed yourself so many times for other people to have their knowledge, other people to have their happiness, or other people to be able to finally have an accomplishment or live a life that they want, okay? It says, bright and cheerful, blithe and hopeful, the Ren born are beloved by all who know them. So even though you have enemies because they are jealous and envy, at the end of the day, deep down at that core, they really do love the type of person you are. Okay, so here it says, it is very important that you don't insert yourself into other people's lives. Worry about yourself only. So again, with the angel card, we have the withdraw from others and their drama. And here's your confirmation, which landed right on top of it. It is very important, okay? And then the next message is align. You're being asked to align with your current situation. There are things you still need to learn. If you keep resisting, you'll only make it harder. Because what it's going to do is draw it out when you're ready to be done with it. Excuse me. So here we have the young female. Okay, so that tells me this is the female that I am talking to. And here this card verified it for me. It says a much younger woman. Here this is saying new beginnings, innocence, which is your loyalty and purity, originality, fearlessness, free spirit, fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, spontaneity, and leap of faith. That is everything that Divine loves about you, and that is why you're in this position today. That is why Divine is working through you for this mission, okay? Then we have hope, positivity, renewal, inspiration, healing, and faith. Divine is going to make you the star. We have here ships. He wants you to know that your ships are rolling in, okay? Even though it's taking some time, you're having to be patient and continue with that loyalty and purity until all these cycles close out from what everyone has done. There are ships coming to you. Says a young child, loving soul, hard changes, okay? You're very much childlike for the Divine, and because the love you do is so hard and loyal, Divine is going to show you that loyalty back. Here you're coming into a new level of personal power, new challenges to experience and pass. Keep the communication open with the Divine. So you're going to be probably given new gifts, as well as new challenges to overcome with those gifts that are going to test it. Here, the spirit that you're working with is Corshell. It says teaches geometry and liberal sciences, so you possibly could be someone that is going to travel. It says make great noises and warms water, so you're going to be passing off knowledge and really cleansing people's emotions and beliefs. And then it says right here, it always works out. So not only do you have the mental health, the possessed, and fraud, but it's always going to work out. So now what I'm going to do is draw some Oracle Ascendance cards to kind of see what energy for yourself that you're dealing with. And then we'll get into the ancestor and we'll be done. Move it up this way so you can see a little bit. Okay. Okay, so we have the Typhoreth. We have the Infinity. We have the Hod. And we have the Om. So I don't have these ones memorized, so just bear with me real quick while I get those definitions for you. So the Typhoreth is number 32. So how this is 31 over here, you could have been 32 when the Typhoreth came into activation. So the Typhoreth is a middle pillar of the tree, and it is knowledge and enlightenment. It is seen as a reflection of the Kether on a lower plane, hence it symbolizes self-consciousness. So you probably could have either started to activate your third eye at the age of 32, as well as being self-aware of who you are and what type of person you are and what's been done to you, changes you need to make, things like that. Typhoreth also represents compassion, integration, and miracles. It is a visible product of the divine in its manifested form, also embodying the desire for life. Typhoreth is the heart of the tree and is a sort of central balance. When this appears in your card, you're being asked to examine your emotions, pay attention to how they rule you. Do you acknowledge them or shut them out? So Divine is saying through all of this, the reason why you've been able to keep your mental health stable is because you do that examination, and you need to make sure that you continue doing that. He has put you in position of being the heart of the tree. So if you want to speak of Garden of Eden, you would have been the heart of the family, okay? Infinity is next. Oh my gosh. Alright. Infinity is 21, so this could have activated at the age of 21 or the age of 3 for you. It says when the infinity symbol appears, it represents interconnectedness of all things life and death, birth and rebirth, male and female, light and dark. It reminds us that we're all connected and one cannot have the good without the bad. So, Divine is saying that probably early on in your age, you realize that going through bad times and dealing with setbacks doesn't necessarily mean it's something you've deserved or you've done to have to go through that, but it's a part of balance. It's something that is required for you because of the lessons there that need to be learned. Here we have Had. So Hot is 34. This could have been activated at the age of 34 or around the age of 7. This said Hod is the key word, which means glory. It is the foot of the left pillar. So you could be someone that a lot of your stress or energy comes through your feet. You could have issues with your feet if you don't release your stress. It says it is the key to energy being given in physical forms, as well as the governing influence over intelligence, critical thinking, and reasoning. It allows truth to be discovered by seeing through deception caused by too much emotions. So you're somebody that's able to see through people. You can tell pretty much what their intentions are. If people are lying, if they are pure, or if they are all the way dark, if they are lukewarm, things like that. And basically, because you're somebody who's gone through these trials and tribulations pretty much your whole life. It says you've allowed yourself to feel so many emotions. You've gone through times where your judgment has been clouded by your emotions, and you've had to learn to control your emotions in order to start uncovering truth and deceptions, as well as self deceptions. So you've already done your shadow work on yourself. You've already discovered your own self deceptions that you've had about yourself. So on the Om represents creation and preservation, consciousness, and harmony. So when Divine starts to make these changes for you, you're going to be in complete creator mode with the Divine. It says a reminder that all things, bad and good, are interconnected. When the Om appears, it's a reminder that order for balance and peace to thrive. You must work through the chaos and the disorder that currently surrounds your situations. Are you able to see the so-called light at the end of the tunnel? Have you focused on too much negative and that you can't see the positive? Do you tell yourself that the chaos shall pass, but it is necessary for you to go through in order to realize when the calm and the light have come across your path? So, probably because you awoken to these lessons, realized what exactly was happening to you through these situations, and was doing these checks and balances at an early age. Divine decided to step it up and put you through, I would say, like a boot camp type of deal, giving you harder scenarios to see how you navigate through them before he was going to fully put his trust into you in order to become a co-creator with him. So I'm going to go on ahead and pull on the ancestor cards now, and we'll see what messages come out. So far we have body and prophecy. Here and now. Purpose, Ouija. And peace. So you're on a mission. Your body, you have finally been gifted your wings. Okay, so you are an earth angel here, and because of the purity, the light, the understanding of how this world is working with its lessons and the light and dark, you have become a permanent fixture on this pillar, in uh in the spiritual realm with divine. Okay, it says prophecy. You are a card reader yourself, and you're here to fulfill a prophecy, and it says here and now. So this is happening as we speak. You are starting to come into alignment with your purpose, and the purpose has to do with the dark, the demons, the devil, witchcraft, things like that. And for you, it's to bring peace upon both these worlds, right? To show people to accept what it is as it is, not to change it, alter it, because that is how the dark has become so strong and so destructive, is because we have people that are impeding on the dark and the placement of the dark, and they're altering the rules that the dark follow by, and pretty much trying to conjure up these dark spirits and have them commit acts on the human beings here in this realm, when there are spiritual laws. They can't do that. So when you invite them to do that and they're not following the spiritual laws, you're opening doors, you're opening portals, and creating a pathway for them to have free will. And they were not given free will. They're spirits. They don't fall under free will. So as soon as you accomplish that, divine is going to bring you home. Okay. So that is it for you. And again, like I said, if it does not resonate, please don't force it. Just leave it behind. Only take what does. And please don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe.